All right, people. Yeah, we're gonna start out the day here and everything and get this stuff over with. Man,
Good
we got some.
evening, good afternoon, good morning.
Yeah, we got some real bad stuff here. We're gonna be talking about this war in Iran. We're gonna talk about China and Russia, and oh man, and
And we're
how
going to talk about the voting rights.
yeah, and then we got one other thing we got to talk about: this ripoff, this IRS Donald Trump ripoff.
Oh, man, you want to go there? Oh, my
We
goodness.
got to go there, man. This
That
got this
grifter?
is this has got to be the sickest thing that ever happened and stuff in the United States. I mean, really sickening. So we're gonna start. I guess we can start the Voting Rights Act and everything, and finish up on it since we started that out a couple of days ago.
Well,
I,
this weekend, they had the big rallies going on. And I'm not saying too little too late, but, I like what some of the people, when they were speaking, Ed, they were very, you got to take the South. We got to leave New York. We got to leave the big cities and go. We got to start teaming up with the Southern blacks.
that's a loser.
We got to start teaming up. We got to get out there. We got to invest. I'm talking about when did they realize that? I
I
mean,
guess
you
I,
could.
I, I guess once the Supreme Court put down that ruling and stuff and everything for Louisiana, then I think all of them just said, "Hey, this is they done just gone a step too far here. They done just completely decimated the Voting Rights Act. I mean, completely decimated. You know that there was still a few things and stuff in there, but this one right here, this last ruling that they just decimated the Voting Rights Act. But it was signed in '65, so hell, it's time to change. It's time to start doing something else anyway. Get a
Well,
new.
Ed, I'm telling you, we have had basically three reconstructions after 1865, and I'm told that it lasted until 1877. Then we had another one, and then we had the last one in 1965, and that lasted till here we are. And they always want to knock us back. And I don't know about you, but I can only say for myself. And I didn't learn that we had all of those riots until I was in my early 20s. In the night, all those riots that were going on, I
Mhm.
didn't know that we had so many towns that was burned out in the late 1800s and 1900s, in the 1920s. We had so many towns, black cities that were very successful, you know, I mean, all over this country. It's a sad, sad, sad thing. And what I'm thinking about is Altadena.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking about certain neighborhoods that are quietly been burnt down. And I'm believing, man, there are people out there that deliberately sabotaging our people, and we have no recourse to stop them. Our FBI, all our different agencies, they might catch a few people here and there and give up some people and all of that stuff. But when you building a legacy of wealth, now those houses in Altadena and Pacific Palisades, a lot of black people was living in those homes. That's generational wealth. Those homes were passed down to their children, some of them to their children's children. And, there's not a whole lot of people that in this country, and when I say a whole lot, what I mean is that the majority of the people in this country do not have generational wealth that carries on where your grandson don't even have to work. He got enough money coming in every month. He don't even have to work. Unless he want to. That's generational wealth. He might come up with an idea to start a company or whatever and maybe be very successful. He might fail in it. But he don't have to work. That's generational wealth. Generational wealth is he got his houses paid for, his cars paid for. He don't have to worry about nothing. He can go to school, drop out, go back to school, drop out, go back to school till he find himself or herself. That's generational wealth, bro. And there are people in this country right now that have that kind of wealth. I was reading an article the other day, and well, it's been a while back, but they were talking about Richard Pryor left $5 million apiece for each one of his children. Richard Pryor made a lot of people a lot of money, and he made a lot of money. And I would say that's admirable for him, considering all the things he went through. One of the greatest musicians and conductors in the world, and I'm trying to think of his name, he died last year or a couple of years ago. It'll come to me, but he was one that produced Michael Jackson's one of his famous albums. He left each one of his children $50 million. $50 million. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is that because, the Bible says that we should leave our children's children an inheritance. And the great thing that we live in America is that we can do that. We'll leave them something where they don't have to struggle like we struggled. Scrap and scrape and save money here and there, put a little money here, put money a little there. But when we talking generational wealth, we talking big money. And a lot of these people have had the opportunity, to make big money and leave their children's money. You know, dang man, I gotta get this. Hey, let me call you right back. That was my brother. That was my brother.
Yeah,
And
he was he had something here in Atlanta around Mother's Day, I guess.
yeah, he did.
Yeah, he had
He
something here. He
texted me and
left
told me.
he left a big thank you out there to the people here in Atlanta and stuff and everything for how they treated him. But anyway, we still didn't finish up on the Voting Rights Act.
Well, the thing
I'm
is on
trying
the
to.
Voting Rights Act, Ed, is that I think the people, and I say people, all people, those that are interested, I'm talking about the liberals, the progressives, the blacks, even some of the Latinos, they realize, man, that this right here is going to affect everybody because they have stripped these people's districts where they can't even run no more. Some of them are not even running. that's in Black Caucus. They said they're getting ready to strip Clyburn's district, which he should have been retired years ago anyway. But
Um, Now we know that in Virginia, the judge and stuff threw out a popular vote to change the district and stuff in the state of Virginia, and it shows, I don't know if you call it desperation on Republicans' part or desperation on the Democrats' part, but I don't know how that a judge, federal, state, or whatever, or Supreme Court justice, the Supreme Court in the state of Virginia, could go against the people. The people voted to change the district maps and stuff in that state, and they threw this stuff out. The courts threw it out, and so the Virginia uh, executive branch, I guess, decided to take it to the Supreme Court. Quickly take it there to find out what they got to say. The Supreme Court just threw their hands up and everything. So, in essence, the Virginia Supreme Court decision and stuff stands and stuff, I guess, in there. But I'm very, very curious and stuff how a court can come in and the people in the state of Virginia and stuff, the majority of them decided that this is what they want to do, and the courts and stuff decided to throw it out. That's kind of a
they going all out on
yeah,
their.
yep. That they doing it's not right because you look at the state of Texas and stuff and everything, and they didn't even ask the people for it. The legislative branch did it, and nobody could go to court and everything. Texas Supreme Court didn't do anything about it at all. Or I don't know if the Democrats even put it to the Supreme Court. I don't know, but I thought that it was all over and everything. But from what they've been talking about and everything, the legislative branch and stuff, who was controlled by the Democrats, and also they control the executive branch with the governorship, said that it doesn't matter and stuff. They still probably going to all those four districts and stuff that they were going to redo and everything. They was probably going to be turning it over, and they were going to win those districts anyway. So the Republican was probably going to lose at least 3 or 4 seats, no matter what. So they're thinking that this is what's going to happen. So when we start talking about voting rights and stuff like that, sometimes you just can't depend on the daggone courts and stuff and everything to help you, or the Justice Department to help you. You just got to get out there and do it yourself. We need to, in each one of these states, in the South, in the North, or whatever, we need to get out there and have the voters and stuff decide what the heck going to happen come the time that we vote. So let the voters and stuff determine who is going to be their representative. Now, uh, down here, especially in stuff in the South, they have decided that they wanted to uh, change the district and stuff in Alabama and South Carolina. But guess what happened in Louisiana? The legislative Congress in Louisiana decided not to even fool with the daggone redistricting map. So they still got a black representative district and stuff there in Louisiana. They may have uh, realized and stuff that it will almost be impossible and everything to redistrict those maps and everything and be able to cut out black voters. And I think that same thing is probably could happen in Alabama, and also if they try to do it here in Georgia, whereas the
You know,
governor
they're trying
here,
to recall that governor in Louisiana.
huh?
They trying to recall him.
Well, I don't know if they got enough votes to do that. You got to have what 2/3 votes of the legislative branch to recall him, or 3/4 of the vote. They may not have enough votes to recall him. And also, you notice that the current sitting uh, U.S. senator and stuff in Louisiana, Cassidy, lost his primary.
Oh, that's good for him.
And that's what I'm trying to point out. Let the voters and stuff decide what the heck they want to happen. This is a good way to let the voters decide who they want to be in office. And no matter what they do with this redistricting crap and everything, the voters and stuff still are the final straw and stuff and everything for who they want to represent them. And by these Republicans and stuff now trying to redraw these maps and stuff, these things and stuff might turn around there and bite them in the butt and everything real bad, especially there in Texas. They
Do you
think
know
that
the population of Louisiana?
as far as black folks,
No, period.
no,
Less than 5 million.
probably I can imagine.
And there were less than 500,000 people that voted in that primary. Less than 500,000. And that's Republicans. So,
That's speaking very loudly,
and
Ted.
and the population of Georgia, I mean Louisiana, I think there were like 33% black people.
Could be, but they're all concentrated in certain parts of Louisiana. They're not all over the state. They're in certain segments and stuff of Louisiana. They're not all over. They got them red line, I guess you might call it. You know, they don't allow them to get too far outside of their plantation, for lack of a good word. But with those 5 million people, Ted, doesn't even count. We have uh, almost 8 million people here in just 3 counties here in Georgia. That's 3 counties. You're talking about Cobb County, Fulton County, and Gwinnett County.
Well, they can't mess with y'all.
No, I know. This is it's
They can't mess with y'all.
well. I think Governor Kemp and stuff wants to do it, but I don't think he wants to get into a big fight over this whole thing
Yeah,
because
Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, and all those surrounding areas, y'all too strong.
yeah, we have more people here in these 3 counties and stuff and everything they got in the entire state of Georgia.
Yeah, that's why I say y'all too strong.
So,
Just got to get your butt out there and vote. That's all.
but we do have have certain demographics and stuff and areas and stuff, Ted, that got a lot of black people in them. You talking down around Macon, Georgia and stuff, they have huge black area down there. Savannah's got a huge black areas and stuff there. Columbus, Georgia and stuff has a huge black area and stuff down there. Go get down toward the bottom of the state down there around Valdosta and stuff. You got a lot of black folks and stuff and everything
You
down there.
know, Florida got more than almost 3 million people here, black people.
Probably. Yeah, but hell, the population is almost 40 million. You already got the
No, it
second
ain't no
largest.
40 million. It's 30,
You
30
guys
million.
either got the second or the third largest population. Well, probably either the third or fourth because you're talking California's first. I think New York probably second, Texas third,
Texas, and then we're
Texas
the third.
and then Florida. Yeah, as far as population. But
Well, I don't know. And just to end this segment, I think people have woken up. Yeah, I think the spicy whites, black people, Latin people, I don't think so. They think they're white. And whatever reason they prejudice against, not all, but most of them, a lot of them are prejudiced against black folks. They have their own little culture and ways to do things, and that's fine. But we have to exert our political power, our capital, and we got a lot of power here. We got a lot of power. We got a lot of money too. So I don't know exactly. I'm not seeing a whole lot. I don't know about you. I've been trying to. I see a lot of people, especially the black women, are really mobilizing. Some of the black men are mobilizing. However, we know that we're in a new day now. We know we're in a new day. We don't have full uh, rights. So we know we're in a new day, bro. And people are aware. Heads are swiveling. So it's gonna be some repercussions behind this, bro. It's gonna be a lot of things. People are being aware of what these saboteurs trying to do. Keep on bringing division. At first, they use every other ethnic group to try to come against us. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's a lot of black people have really woken up to this. Uh, what's going on? I mean, it's right there on the YouTube everywhere. And these black folks are fighting in Louisiana, Tennessee. I haven't seen a whole lot of conversation when they fight in Alabama. I haven't seen a lot in Mississippi.
Most of those folks in Mississippi and Alabama, Ted, they aren't really into social media and stuff like they should be. I mean, putting stuff out there and using that platform and everything to get the word out to the people and stuff who are out there. They're not into all that. I don't know why, but from what I've been seeing and stuff, because I spent some time in Alabama, I have some family members and stuff who live in Mississippi, but like I said, they don't spend a lot of time on social media. Some of them now they'll go to Facebook and do some things and stuff, but as far as getting the word out and everything and organizing and stuff and everything, they're not that sophisticated and stuff in doing that. It's not their forte. So um,
Hey, that's where all of it started, bro.
I know, but that's like I said, they're not that sophisticated. Most of them are into going to church and everything and uh, going out and working real hard for the white man and spending their money on Fridays and Saturdays and that's it. Yeah, that's not the majority of the black folks and stuff. That's how they are. They want to party and do a lot of drinking and all that, and come back home and get up on Monday morning and hit that clock for the man. They have no ambition and stuff. The majority of them don't have no ambition and stuff and everything to own anything or do anything. They rather just go and rent them a house out and or an apartment and stuff out and everything, and they're happy. And
Well,
have a
all that's
nice
fine, and that's what I
and
was
have a
saying the
nice
other
car.
day.
Have a
That's
nice
all.
car.
That's fine. That's what I was saying the other day. And this is not just them. They might do it on a lower scale, but most Americans, all they want is to go to work and make sure that when they leave their house, it's going to be protected. Take care of their family, and have a good time on the weekends. Work all during the week, have a good time on the weekends.
But you do find out, Ted, though, that not only work and stuff, they are into uh, social things. They're into going out and getting involved in politics and everything, getting on the school board, go out and and socialize and stuff with their neighbors and stuff to become a political powerhouse and stuff. That's what those MAGA folks do. Yes, they do like to go out and drink and party and go out and get their boats and do a little hunting and everything, but they do have time that they spend sometime during that week, other than Sunday and everything, to get together and stuff and decide and stuff what best for their community. They do that. We don't do that. That's what I'm saying. We don't sit out there and join the school board or make sure our kids and stuff are educated and stuff and everything, and that they're going to school. They need what they need to get their
Unless
life.
they're athletes.
Pardon?
If they're good athletes, then they get more involved. They go to the football games, they go to the basketball games.
Yeah, they have. They do go to games and stuff and everything, but yeah, if they're athletes and stuff. But most even the parents and stuff, the black parents who are dealing with athletics and stuff and everything, their only concern and stuff is to get to the game and stuff, and they'll bet on their kids and stuff, see who's gonna win. And after they leave and everything, that political, they don't get actively involved in the school system. They don't. You don't see them at school board meetings. You don't see them actively telling their neighbors and stuff and everything, hey, we got voting tomorrow and stuff and everything, or somebody, so is running for office and everything, and I don't think that he's going to be good for us, and he doesn't think like us and everything, and organize and say, hey, we're going to get out there and get this guy and stuff elected and everything for on election day, or get out there and walk around the neighborhood and stuff and say, hey, we need to get so and so and so and so and stuff elected. So, what are you gonna vote for them? Or, do we need to vote for this or vote for that? They don't do that. They don't do that. Uh, I don't want to get into that because this is, you know, hashing some old stuff that happened a long time ago. So, anyway, we done with that one.
What you got?
You know what I got? I got this damn slush fund.
Mr. Grifter.
I got this slush fund thing going on here. We got the orange man there in the White House. He has already said, he said it one time, and he come back on the on news again and said the same thing all over again. He doesn't care about the suffering that's going on with the people here in this country, but he does care about fattening his own pocketbook. So he decided that he wanted to sue the IRS because they gave his tax information out, or they allowed someone to get his tax information and stuff, and they put it out in the public. So he decided to sue the IRS for $10 billion. Well, his folks and stuff in the Department of Justice and stuff were trying to work for him to get the $10 billion and stuff, to which they found out that they couldn't do that because that was collusion. You can't be in charge of the executive branch of the government and everything, and then also be in charge of the IRS, and then they sit there and negotiate if they're going to give you $10 billion. So the effort gets into the federal court system, and Trump decided that, well, he needs to pick the jurisdiction that he felt was going to be more conducive to letting him have, if not the 10 billion, but as much of that 10 billion as he could get. So he filed his case down in Florida, in his district and stuff down there around Mar-a-Lago. So he thought that his girlfriend, Cannon, might catch that case. Just find out, girlfriend Cannon did not catch the case. Another lady caught the case, black lady. So when she caught the case and everything, she realized that there was some collusion going on there, and she asked for an America's brief. And within that, she decided that she wanted to get some uninterested parties and stuff who were legal experts and stuff to research the case to find out was this actual collusion and stuff by Trump and Department of Justice. Well, a couple of days ago, they find out that that the people that the law firms and stuff who the judge had hired to do this and everything was going to rule against them. So they decided to come to court and say, well, the Department of Justice says we're going to throw the case out with prejudice. That means that they can come back and file a case again. So uh, after that, they said, well, Department of Justice and stuff and IRS got together and stuff and said, well, and Trump told them, hey, I want to get some money. So right now, that money that he was talking about getting, he's trying to say that since I can't get this money, he wants to create a slush fund of $1.8 billion and take the money and stuff because he wants the IRS to say, okay, we're going to put this slush fund together, and the slush fund is going to be, and Donald Trump is going to direct this slush fund and tell who going to get the money out of the slush fund. So what they plan on doing is taking the money and giving it to those folks and stuff who filed charges against the federal government and everything for sedition when they got when they invaded the Capitol or whatever. They went down there and they did their thing, and so now they done filed some charges against the government, and now Trump said that he wants to give that money to them. He gonna
You
pay
don't get
them.
no, hey, you don't get no gangster than that, bro. That's some gangster shit right there.
It's some gangster stuff, man. He paying his army. He gonna pay his army for going down there and beating up, tearing the White House, tearing the Capitol up. Well, for some reason or another, the people in the Congress and stuff realize that's some bull crap. So they're trying to do something to stop it. I don't know if they are or not, but this is his plan. And the Department of Justice and stuff and everything is okaying the plan. And the IRS, since he's in charge of the IRS, and Scott Bessent, he's in charge of them. He's over the IRS and everything. He's as the Treasury Secretary. He's trying to tell them, okay, we can do this. Put it aside. You're right. We can't get no more gangster than that. But that's what's going on, people. That's the man we got there and sitting in the White House. He is showing up gangster now. He don't care about the other folks out there, even in the red states. He don't care about them. The gas prices high, inflation going up, sky high. He don't care about that. All he cares about is putting money in his pocket, him and his sons.
Tornadoes is destroying half the country.
He took $1.8 billion from the state of California for their Medicaid fund. He said, "You all, because you all aren't doing the right thing to eliminate fraud." They said that they're going to hold up their payment of $1.8 billion for their Medicaid fund. $1.8 billion. Now we all know that the state of California probably contributes more to paying into the taxes and stuff and everything than almost all of the red states here in this country. They are the what? The number 4 economy and stuff in the world.
$3 trillion.
So I'm saying it again. We're stopping them from deducting themselves from this country and creating their own country. And you taking my tax money, and now we can't even get a small portion of our money back because you guys mad at us, so you don't want to give us our money. You're gonna hold it up. We got to fight you to get our money back that we paid into your fund. We paid into that. It ain't something that you guys giving us. We paid into that. The state of California. You folks in California, I'd be pissed the hell off because you know where that money goes to, Ted. It goes to the senior citizens and stuff and everything who are on Medicaid and they in the nursing homes. That's where most of the money going to, the nursing homes.
Well,
Can't win.
this is where we are right now, folks. You know, they they are they are warring their last fight, and maybe it might be the last fight
It ain't. It's not.
of this country. I don't know,
It's not.
because the thing is, this is what they're trying. They're trying to get all the money that they can before the others take over. We the others.
Or before the midterm happens.
But well, okay, you could say
If the
midterm.
Democrats take over, they're gonna put a kibosh on all of his stuff,
Ooh,
everything.
man, they go. You know, the one thing you got to give Democrats, boy, they don't follow through all the way, and in
They,
some cases.
you're
But
right
now
about that.
they got an enemy now in the Department of Justice.
Mhm. They are going to put up so much fight and everything. They're going to stop him from their war in Iraq in Iran if it's still going on. They're going to shut that down. Ted, can you imagine? They have three aircraft carriers sitting out there in the Indian Ocean. Three of them. Each one of them aircraft hold anywhere between 6 to 8,000 of our naval folks and some Marines and stuff who were sitting on there, not counting the airplanes that's on there from the Air Force. They're sitting there in the middle of the Indian Ocean and they're supporting that fight in Iran. They've been sitting out there for what, almost a month and a half? Now, can
Well,
you imagine what it is costing us to have those aircraft carriers sitting out there in the ocean, just sitting there? All those men sitting out there on that ship
and women.
and women. They got to
Hey,
feed them. They got to feed them. They got to bring all their fresh water and stuff. You got to be taken care of. All their waste got to be taken care of, and all the other amenities that they need. They got to wash all their clothes. They got for over 6,000 people in a closed quarters. All of them are sitting there in closed quarters. It's almost like being in prison,
and they've been there for months.
and they've been there for months. What are they doing to these people's psychics?
Who
They
knows,
just
bro?
sitting there. That's got to be the most. Now, you took a ocean trip, a cruise on the ocean. Would you imagine being out there in that ocean and stuff and everything for over a
Hell
month?
to the no.
So that's what I'm saying. This is horrible, man. He is torturing our people out there, our troops. He's torturing these people because they're sitting there waiting to figure out what they're going to do. And every 2 weeks or so, he threatens Iran that he's going to bomb them. He's going to take them out. And he hasn't done nothing. Every time the deadline goes by, he figures out something else to do.
Did you hear about this? Iran is threatening to tear up the whole internet in the surrounding areas,
Yep.
EAU,
Yep.
all their internet.
Yep.
They found out that the
The main internet cable is coming right across the Strait of
yep,
Hormuz. They got three cables down there, and they said they're going to take them cables and destroy them. If they do, if they do that, it will destroy the Middle East, and a whole lot of countries and stuff around that area because
Yep.
that's how they get their money.
And not only that, they communicate the
Communication,
whole
everything is
thing.
shut down. That will devastate that place. They think that them blocking that place of Hormuz was bad. If they do that, woe is me. Because there is no way that they can fix that daggone thing. They're gonna have to pull all new cable and stuff down through that ocean and stuff again. They ain't got no other way to do it. You can't go down there and patch that cable. They will
And
screw this world up.
and they got missiles now to go as far as go right up into Europe.
They got them now that will reach the coast of the United States. They can reach the coast of the United States. He got a tiger by the tail, and they daring him, Ted, to come up in there and invade that country. They are daring him to do it. Guess what the folks and stuff in his cabinet and everything decided to do? They went over there and they told the UAE, and they asked Saudi Arabia to do the same thing, to send their troops to invade that damn island. Yeah, we need y'all to go over there and we'll support you. The UAE, you must kiss our ass. We ain't doing that shit. You won't do it. So he had nerve enough to ask him to do that. He won't do it, but he told him to do it. They say, hell no. But Ted, this thing in the Straits is going to be over with in a little bit. Every country in the European Union is heading to Iran, and they're making a deal with them so these ships can come through the Straits of Hormuz.
Yeah, they got hundreds of ships.
They making deals so these ships can come through. They're making a deal with Iran. It has gotten so bad, and it's gotten so real. Guess what Iran has done? They done set up a website so they can come in there, a paywall, so they can, they can log in and pay them online for they ships to go through. So you can go online, you can pay for your chip online. It's all set up, ready to go. You can pay PayPal or Zelle. You can Zelle your money over to us. Goddamn, I ran into tough man. It's all set up. They say it's set up already now. They sending the word out. You go live. You pay for your ship to go through. The United States can't stop them because they have a sanction. They vessels, if they once they get through the Strait of Hormuz, the United States can't go over there and do anything with their ships or their cargo ships because they from another country. They from Iran. That man is. Now we find out he done left, got on the plane, headed back, and told everybody we got 200 orders for some big jets from Boeing. 3 times the press and asked their communications person and stuff from China, is America going to get those 200 jets? And each time they ask them, they might well say no. They ain't getting nothing. We ain't signed nothing. We ain't got no paperwork signed. We ain't got shit signed. The hell they said was some gibberish. Well, we talking with the folks. They ain't said nothing about no orders or nothing. So we Boeing ain't even got 200 jets.
They claim they got $17 billion worth of orders for farmers.
They ain't bought. They asked about that. They said the same thing. We we have been talking about it. We talked about it. He said he told them that they were getting ready to buy some oil. He told China, y'all can buy some oil from us. Said they got ships coming to Texas to load up with oil. Said, shit, we getting enough oil from Iran. We don't need no goddamn U.S. oil.
Hey, say Ed. You know, see, there's a difference between diplomacy and gripping. You know, you can't sit here and bully the whole world and then expect for people to treat you with respect. When you then did stupid stuff, now these people are totally ignoring this man. He's a joke.
Ignored him
Even some of
completely.
the commentators are saying that he went there on his knees, begging for business.
Begging. And the sad part about it, Ted, he don't even know how to beg right. He can't even beg right. If you gonna beg for something, you at least get it. He can't even beg right.
He's trying to beg with authority.
You gotta beg. You gotta come on there and put something in their hand. He still now. I'm sitting there, Ted, knowing that I done tapped these people. And he still wants to keep the damn tariff on them. So now we still got a 20% tariff gonna be still sitting there, but we want your stuff. Bring it over here, and we want to start negotiating. Let our companies come over there and deal with you. And if the pan across the table from you is got his hands on your nuts, he ain't letting go. He ain't gonna let go of them
He
nuts.
might not have his hand, or they probably got a what they call it. They got a grip, vice grip on
Got a vice grip on
him,
him.
and they leading his ass. They
and,
leading his
and,
ass wherever they want him to
yeah,
go.
and he's still talking stuff. And then when you get back on the daggone plane and stuff, he gonna talk more shit. You shut the fuck up. Shut up. That shit, you don't say nothing. We see what happened.
He
And just
trying
walk
like he's
away.
still like he in charge and like he running the
Like he
show.
in charge. He act like he's still in charge. And
I think he realized. I don't think he realized that America is not the all and be all now. We used to be the all and be all. We was the number one.
all and be
And
all.
I think and I hate to say this because Joe Biden was such a uh, I wouldn't say weak, but he was he's frail. He was frail,
Yeah.
and he
But
looked at weak.
but at
Even
least
though
it,
he probably in his mind he was handling things and everything, but he looked frail. So
he
those
did.
people was looking at America and they saying, "Well, what's going on here?"
Yeah. And you don't sit there and lie to people.
No,
He told me, we said we are in declining. We are declining. But he was talking about Biden. And he wasn't talking about me. He told us that the Trump administration was the greatest thing in the world. We are the greatest country in the world. If you ain't the greatest country in the world, you need to shut the hell up. You walk over there and try to do something with him, bring something back that's concrete. He ain't brought nothing back, and still talking crap. When he gonna learn? I don't think he understands what the heck happened to Ted. I don't believe he understands or believe that If every daggone news agency outside the United States is talking about him, he had a failed summit. Something wrong. Now, one or two people said it's all right, but most of them are saying that he was on his knees over there.
on
Said
his
said
knees.
said said, said that Zhao Jinping jacked him around so bad it was a crying shame, and he knew he had him. Took him to his house and showed him his crib. Come on over here, motherfucker. You can have something like this when you straighten your act up. This my house. That shit you living up there in the White House, it ain't yours. This mine. He said, when I get out of office, I'm still staying here. When you get out of office, you got to leave. You got to pack up and go. This my shit. He not. That's a gangster. I'm embarrassed here. I'm serious. I mean, I'm embarrassed. I look at that man. He is embarrassing us, and we don't know it. Most of them folks out there on Fox News and CNN, some of the places, they have no idea what the heck going on.
They know what's going on here. They're
They
just not
do,
saying
but
it.
they can't say it. They can't open their mouth and say anything.
No, they can't open their mouth and say anything. You know, CBS, NBC, all of them. They scared. They might get sued. You know, you got that crazy FCC person that's there. So, they don't want the headaches. So,
Now, now I know Scott Bessent ain't a complete dummy. He can't be a complete dummy and know that the petrodollar is leaving, is no longer in existence. Right now, China, Russia, India, Iran, all
it's
of them,
about 20 other countries. There's more than 20 countries.
they are trading in their currency to buy
Yeah.
oil, and they can't stop them. Did you see what happened in Hong Kong?
No, what happened?
Oh man, shoot. Hong Kong set up a whole new banking system shit to trade oil.
Damn.
They done set up a whole new system. You come to Hong Kong, you can buy and trade oil futures and stuff, not in petrodollars, but in whatever dollar you got. You got Iranian money, you got China money, you got Russia money. All of it is open. They can open the banks up for them. They have
Well,
already.
one thing that I've been noticing, and just, reading international news, a lot of these countries now, they use diesel. And a lot of them, man, are going broke, man. This is hardship for them.
It is, and that's why they going over there and going online and paying their dues and stuff, the toll. They paying the toll so they can get their ships through, and they're gonna start rolling them through. They're gonna start letting them come through. And like I said, they figure now that they have already traded over $1 trillion
Well, let's look
outside.
at Ed. Ed. Let's, I like to use some critical thinking. Let's try to go to inside the head of Trump and BB, because those are the only two that's working together. Besides him sucking up to Putin, but Trump and BB, they got some kind of scheme going on. Something is happening, bro. They're getting ready to do something.
Can't.
This is just what I'm thinking. They got something that they're going to do big. I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, there's something that's getting ready to happen. I don't know what it is, but something is really getting ready to happen. Because when you look at the overall state of the world, this right here is costing people billions, trillions of dollars. And when you threatening to cut off the internet, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what those people in Iran is thinking about and what they're gonna do. But if they use the nuclear weapon on that country, bro, you know they sent a missile near Israel's nuclear plant. So I don't know if that's the
They
truth.
they they are they are saying, kid, and Trump and BB and stuff understands what's going on. They thought that if they went over there and they did what they did to Iran, the same thing was going to happen that happened last June when they attacked them. The NATO, nobody else came to Iran's rescue. None of them did. They just bombed the crap out of them and everything. And when they got tired and stuff and everything, they stopped. They said, "Well, we gonna stop now," and nobody's did anything to them. But what happened and stuff this time was Iran said, "Forget this. We're gonna hurt the world." So when you got 1/5 of the world oil coming through that little strait, also, all they had to do was block that thing off. That's what they did different. Iran did. They just said, fuck, we gonna block this daggone thing off and ain't gonna let no ships through. And when they did that and stuff, they started upsetting the world. They went and started messing with the world's pocketbooks. But the thing was that they only upset the pockets of a few people. China was still getting their oil. Russia, they started letting Russia sell their oil on the open market, making big money. Ain't nobody making money out there but China and Russia. Everybody else is suffering. China don't care. They don't care what the heck happened. Whatever happened, they're going to win. So by stopping these people and stuff and everything, BB and them never did think that Iran was going to block off that daggone strait. When they did that, it upset the apple cart.
I
Now
don't
they
think
got,
they thought they was gonna bomb, the Emirates and all of those different places. And it's almost like these
what
people.
they didn't. Trump never listened to his military people or his CIA people when they decided to go over there and bomb them back in February. He didn't listen to them. They told them, leave them people alone. They had already known, Ted, what had been going on. They knew that China was giving them technology. They knew that China was giving them weaponry. They knew it. They knew that Russia was giving them weaponry. They understood that China has a satellite system out there bigger than our system and stuff out there, our GPS system. And when they gave them access to China's satellite system, the same thing as our GPS, and it's better, it was all over. Game over. These people was using that technology then to bomb them. Whereas before, Ted, remember when they had that war going on, they were bombing people, they weren't getting through the Iron Dome. They weren't getting over there and bombing it. Only maybe one or two of their missiles were getting through. Now, over a third of them are getting through. Now, they have destroyed their Iron Dome. They can come over there and bomb Israel anytime they get ready. They took out all their THAAD missiles. They bombed all of our military bases over there along the coast of Middle East, all along all the oil producing nation coast. They took out 15 of our 18 military bases. Took them out because they
But
had to take.
getting back to the thing is that it's hard for us to get into their heads. But like I said, I think they're planning something really big, bro.
But it's failed. You right. They did. They planned something real big.
They are planning something really big.
They ain't
I
planning
don't
now.
know. I don't know if they're putting troops on the ground. I don't know if they're gonna use massive force again, or I don't know what's gonna happen. But if they do, you, it's a possibility of a third war, bro.
Mm-mm. It's not. It's not going to happen, Ted. It's not now. It's over. It's over. Israel ain't said nothing about what they done to their country. They have systematically, Ted, went over there and bombed periodically all of their major things that's happening in their country. That daggone nuclear plant and stuff over there. They bombed the crap out of that damn thing 4 weeks ago. It ain't even working anymore. They just now went over there and bombed them people again. They got another little nuclear facility there. They bombed that and said, we don't know anything about it. They tan the place up, Ted. Them Hezbollah folks, they tan them up. They killing Israel, but they ain't saying nothing. They trying to keep the stuff quiet. They done broke their back. They can't do nothing. And Israel don't know how to get out of it. And Mr. Trump has no idea how to get the hell out of it. They they
And
they
Ed,
planning they planning
Ed,
on leaving. Trust me, they are leaving.
Ed, all they wanted was Palestine. They killed all those poor people over there. And Iranian leadership say we ain't having that.
We have it.
And and uh, and he was so bullied and preposterous. You know, he gonna take all that land from the Palestinians. Trump is getting ready to build up towers.
That's what they wanted.
So so now, and I
Now
was reading an article
all their plans is going up in the smoke, Ted. It's
in
going up in
smoke.
smoke. It's going up in smoke. Dumb people over they done went to into Lebanon and trying to knock them folks out, and they study beating them up. They troops is coming over there and everything, Ted, and they're using drones and stuff to bomb them Simon guns and everything. But Israel just so daggone hard headed that they ain't stopping. They got to come over there and do something to them, but they can't. They in trouble. Look what they did to Russia. Russia just came over there to China. They
Yep,
getting ready to sign some agreements with Russia.
yep,
They signed an agreement with Russia, something that Trump couldn't get done.
yep.
They signing paperwork and said, this is what we're going to do together. And the United States ain't got shit signed. You think they ain't beating his ass over the head now? That dumb son of a gun and stuff. He's sitting over there now trying to figure out what the hell going on. Guess what he done? He done told Iran that denied his daggone uh, surrender agreement. We ain't doing that. He said they wanted them to come over there and surrender. He done put it in his social media. We want them to come over there with their hands up and say, we surrender. Them people looked at him and said, you got to be out of your mind. He turned around right after that and stuff and told Bassett and them and said, well, tell them that we're going to reduce their sanctions and stuff on them and they'll be able to take the oil and stuff out now. We're going to take part of it down for a little bit. He getting ready to get the hell out of there, Ted. They getting ready to get the hell out of there. He threw him and his dad gonna BB Netanyahu. And he gonna leave BB over there high and damn near dry. Saudi Arabia trying to figure out what they're gonna do. And the United Arab Emirates are trying to figure out what they're gonna do. They're over there now trying to contact Iran. Uh, what can we do to stop y'all from bombing us?
Well, you know, there's always repercussions for everything what everybody does. So, and we've seen the videos, the Lego videos, and all the conversations. So there's always repercussions. So that's what I'm waiting on.
We got one thing, Ted, that got to be our ace in the hole. And I'm pretty sure that the Democrats and some of the Republicans who got some sense is trying to hold on to that ace in the hole. And the ace in the hole is that I don't care what Donald Trump does. They trying to wait his ass out so he can get out of office so they can get back to doing what they need to do with business with the United States. We have an economy and stuff that they still want to get involved with. Even China. They want to get and start doing business and stuff with it because we got still got one of the biggest economy in the world, other than China now. That's our ace in the hole. They want they want to trade with us. That's it. They want to trade. And once Trump leaves out of office, they're gonna come over and start trading with us again. It won't be as big as it was before, but they're gonna start trading with us. Trust me. That's our ace in the hole. That's
And
it.
another one thing that our ace in the hole is our markets.
That's what I'm saying. The market. We got the biggest market. One of the biggest markets out.
I'm
They want
talking
to trade.
about, yeah, I'm talking about the whole financial markets and as well as,
Everything.
yeah,
Everything.
yeah.
We got it. We got everything they need to come here to do that. Only thing they waiting out Trump. They waiting that red head, orange head summer gun out. And hoping that the people and or the Congress over here put a chain on him, put a muzzle on him. Muzzle that summer gun. He's destroying you. I think some of them people up there in the Congress here realizing what the hell going on. They ain't saying nothing. Even Republicans ain't saying nothing. But they understand that they got to muzzle that summer gun. Somebody gonna come up there and they gonna do something to him. Whether they gonna assassinate his ass or something. Because guess what the heck happened? They keep talking about when he went over there to China, they told they Secret Service people and stuff that they can't come over there and be around him and bother him. When he was inside the room over there in Canada, they told the Secret Service, you got to stay your ass outside. And when they did come in there to the daggone banquet, they had to leave their guns and stuff parked outside. They couldn't even protect him. They want somebody to do something to him. He better watch out. He better watch out. Because he's going to start messing with these folks with money too bad and it's going to be all over. We got to get him out of here. Something's going to happen to it. It can't keep going on like this. We can't keep this going on. We can't. We can't keep on paying $5 a gallon for gas. I'm dreading going up north. I told the old lady, I said, wife, I said, hey, I know once we get past Georgia border and stuff, we looking at $4, $5 a gallon for gas. And we get in Illinois, Indiana, it's $5 a gallon. I don't know how we gonna get up there and get back.
Lord.
anyway, people. So thank you for showing up. Thank you all for all the ones who looking at the show. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you. I mean, big time. We appreciate all of you. What's your final word, Ted?
Hold on. That's all I got to say. Hold on. This too will pass.
Oh man, I hope I got enough money in my pocket, man, to pay for all this gas. And then I gotta eat. Anyway, people, thank you for joining the show. We welcome.